Alright guys, so I'm trying to 3 mark the VK2801. We have a bit of a ways to go, right? We only have like maybe 40 or 50 battles in this tank. I'm still trying to work up to the 3 mark, so I'm not even close yet, but I am running this thing with Bounty Vents, Bounty Low Noise Exhaust, and Bounty Optics, and I have a good game to show you on Westfield. This is a tier 6-7 game. For whatever reason with this vehicle, I find it's very difficult for me to get into tier 6 games or like 5-6 games. I'm always bottom tier with this vehicle, but we're able to make it work pretty well as long as the map is a good spotting map. Even with the VK2801, running it with Bounty Low Noise Exhaust, you have enough concealment where you can sit in bushes and not get spotted until people get like close enough to you, right? Especially at tier 7 when people don't have CVS, like you should be good until people get to within like I would say 70 or 80 meters of you. Even with like mid 30s percent concealment, right? So Comet is pushing here. I'm spotting the Leo, and this position, man, like I absolutely love this position on Westfield. Every time I'm on this northeast spawn, I come to this location, and I just have to be careful. The E25 sitting behind me, and I just told him like, dude, just don't get spotted, like don't get me shot, right? But he's getting a lot of shots over me. I'm doing the spotting here, and he's able to back up and go solid bush, right? But you can see the 3485 or the 3485M, one of these guys is trying to get blind shots. So I'm just like, don't get me shot, please, bro. You know, I don't want to get hit. So I start backing up a little bit. I'm trying to get shots at the Comet because the Comet's pushing in here. And now at this point, we've eliminated the Comet, and we have 2600 spotting from all this, right? I'm trying to get a couple shots at the T-3485, but I kind of at some point want to advance because I want to make sure that no one else got here unspotted. That's my concern, kind of hitting the E25 by accident. But look, this guy's a normal player. He doesn't call me a shitter or anything. He's just like, oh, okay, he hit me by accident, and he lets it go. Like, that's the way it should be. But as I'm coming up here, I spot the Leo, and I just didn't expect this guy to make it over this far without being relit again. But I guess it kind of does make sense. Like, we kind of spotted him, right, and then he went dark. I should have expected him to be there, but luckily he ricochets me. I don't know how he ricocheted me on this tank. It seems like it'd be really hard to not pen this tank, but I've doinked a couple shells before, oddly enough. Maybe it hit off the gun or something weird. But now we can push in here and kind of sit in this bush and these trees here. And I'm just knocking down these trees a little bit, like these two, and just trying to create a little pocket. I don't want to get blind fired, but you know, it can happen. And from this location, I'm also pinging the map because the MT-25 is going to the base. But from this location, man, we can take advantage of these guys. This T-3485 is making a really dumb poke doing this, and we're kind of able to track this guy, and the E-25 hits him as well, and then we set him on fire. And at this point, I say to the E-25, like, I'll help you, and we're going to push. Because I'm seeing at this point only the Cheeto SP is unlit, and I can see like where most of these people are. So I'm just going to YOLO over, go after the T-34. I'm going to take a shot from him. He tracks me, which is kind of unfortunate. Kind of throws off my trajectory, if you want to call it that. Like I was going to go around him. And now we're getting whacked by the enemy E-25. We're just going to try and run down, avoid this guy as much as possible. I'm now a one-shot, which is why I always tell you guys not to be aggressive. E-25 puts one more into me, or anybody puts another shot into me, I'm dead now. Always conserve your HP, but we made it work on this map, and I just had a feeling like we needed to keep pushing in because we lost the north, and the north was kind of pushing in to our base area, so I'd like to win one side of the map if possible. So we're going to go on like 2-4 times here as you see me poking up, trying to figure out exactly where like the Cheeto and the E-25 is, because I know the E-25 likely retreated. He's all the way in the back now. The Panther kind of YOLOs him here, and he's able to clean him up, and now we just want to go after the Cheeto, man, because my team's able to adjust well here. Winning the zero line is pretty vital on this map. I must say, like, I think it's really vital to win the zero line because it allows you to go back easily and defend your base from this ridge line. And you usually have the advantage. So I'm going to come up and over now. I'm spotting the Cheeto, and this guy is still full HP, which is kind of a concern. But I think the Thunderbolt and the 40 TP should be able to likely flank the T-150. It doesn't look like this guy's having a good time. And sure enough, this guy goes down. Our Thunderbolt goes down, but the 40 TP is still here. And we're just getting into a fight here. I'm sorry I missed this, but the Type 58 came up to this guy. And I was trying to get side shots into him. I got a good amount of them, actually. But the Type 58 was basically almost bait, right? Or I could be bait, depending on how you're looking at this. But I was able to get a lot of shots into this guy as the Type 58 YOLO'd into him. The Type 58 had HP, and he used his HP well, right? This is what you have to do, guys. Like, understand that your HP is don't look at your HP as something that is, um, how can I describe this? Like, you need to use your HP as another tool in the game. Like, don't just lose your HP all the time and think like, all right, I'm good, I just can't get hit, right? You want to use your HP as a tool. So that's why I always encourage you guys to conserve and save your HP, because at the end of the game, if I had full HP, I could have done something similar to this as well. I could have just yelled up to the Cheeto, ran behind him, right? And we would have been fine because we would have been able to take a shot from him. So this is why having HP, like, you need to use it as a tool and not just think of it like, oh, this is just the HP of my tank. Like, understand that it's a tool that can be used just like anything else, like your view range, like your concealment, etc. So that's how I would encourage you guys to look at it, and that's all, guys. 3,500 spotting visible, 1,200 damage visible. I thought this was an excellent game for the VK2801 and a good example of how you guys can take advantage of this zero line and just adjust to the situations on the map. After we took the zero line, we pushed in and we just had to figure out where the Cheeto was and make a couple extra plays, and that was a GG for us, man, right? So likely this game, I think if I wasn't the light tank in this game, we still would have won, but it probably would have been a lot closer. Like, I think I did really, really well, and I always try to, I don't like to toot my own horn, but when I have a really, really good game, I like to show you guys the good game, but also emphasize, like, I think I did things very well in this game. Other than maybe losing all my HP to the E25, it's really the only mistake we made. Maybe we could have waited a couple seconds to YOLO in or drive in a different manner, like maybe come back down. Sometimes I like to do this, guys. I like to come back down this way and then run up like this into this pocket right here where the E25 was, instead of running in like this, because I feel like it's safer and you don't get spotted and stuff. So you could try that. Other than that, I think we played it well. So this is how I would play it if you get on Westfield, guys. Let's get into the templates, and we're done with this one. This is the last video I have to record. I had like 10 videos, guys, and finally, this is like the third day I've been doing videos before work. But this was a mastery, 3488 spotting, 1,199 damage, 6 module damage, 2 kills. Got this spotter badge, and what else, man? Second by experience, our E25 played a freaking fantastic game. Spirit Walker, this guy, man. Holy crap, 4204 damage, man, 3 kills, 1427 experience. So maybe it was this guy that truly carried the game, right? But yeah, and then the other E25, 2087 damage. So these guys together had like 6,300 damage in this game, just the two E25s, man. And they're both in a platoon, and they're both anonymized. They're probably good players. But these are actually their names. So this is why I like using the unanonymizer on the battle results, because these are these guys' real names. So maybe you guys know these people, but they played really, really well. But I'm glad that I was up top with them. And I think the three of us, man, we really, I don't want to say carried this team. I mean, I think everyone else played like okay, but I think we were really the reason why we were able to grab the W here, if I'm being honest. So it was good to play with these guys, and that's all, guys. Like, their T150 played really good too, man. 3 kills, 2,400 damage, and it was a tier 7 game, so props to that guy as well. That's all, guys. Nothing really more to show you. I'll share the detailed report. I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. Bye-bye, guys.